All right, Myrtle, let's go.
Hi, Sylvia here with Travels by Trike, and today I want to talk about why you would buy a trike, why I bought my trike, and then I want to take you outside and show you how I have Myrtle configured. I think when most people are looking at buying a trike, they're looking for comfort, safety, and of course they want to have fun. Trikes are really comfortable. It's like sitting on the couch, you've got your feet up, you're looking out at the world. You're not going to have any trouble with your body like you do on a two-wheel bike. Well, certainly not an upright, because you don't have to worry about, you're not going to have any problems with shoulder pain or neck pain or back pain or butt pain or wrist pain. I can ride all day long and my body is fine. And because you don't have to have, you don't have balance issues, it's much, much safer. I know when I first started looking at trikes, the reason was because I can't get up and over the hills. I don't have the strength to ride a two-wheel bike without walking up and over the hills. And the idea of walking with 40 pounds of gear was it just wasn't going to do it for me. And this was a long time ago, and so there really wasn't a way for me to test ride a trike. But I got lucky. I went to a charity ride. I think it was called the Monster Cookie. And there was a guy who had a trike. He let me try it. And as soon as I sat down in it, I knew this was going to work for me. I was very comfortable. And the thing is, because you don't have balance issues, you can go up and over the hills as slow as you need. You can go 2 miles an hour, it just doesn't matter. You can take a break, you can stop, and you can get going again, and you don't have to worry about balance. And because you don't have to worry about balance, it's just so much safer. You don't have to worry about the road surface. So you can ride in gravel, you can ride in sand, you can ride in snow, you can ride over railroad tracks. You're not going to slip out on wet leaves or wet pavement. I know sometimes I'm riding all the way to the right and I'll have my right wheel in the gravel and then my left wheel is in the asphalt and I need to get back on the asphalt. My wheel doesn't get caught on the lip of the road. Also, if there's big cracks in the road, my tires just aren't going to get caught in it. The other thing I was worried about when I first started cycle touring was the width of the trike, because it's so much wider than two wheels, and then also being so low to the ground. And it turns out that neither one of these has been an issue. I get far more room on the road from cars on my trike than I ever did on a two-wheel bike. I've never had a close call on my trike. And then being low to the ground, I have flags and lights, and I am very, very visible. So now I've talked about the attributes of riding a trike, and let's go outside and I'll show you how I have Myrtle configured. All right, let's go. I'm out in front of the house, in the driveway, and I hope the car traffic isn't going to be too distracting. But this is Myrtle the Turtle. I've had this trike for about 6 or 7 years. This trike has taken me seriously all over the world. I've been to Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Laos, China. I've been to Spain, Portugal, France, Morocco, Turkey. My last tour was across the United States, and I am looking at my next tours are going to be in Central and South America. This is a German trike. It's made by a company called HP Velotechnik, and this is their Scorpion FS20. The FS stands for full suspension. I've got suspension on all 3 wheels and makes for a really quiet and smooth ride. And the 20 refers to the size of the rear wheel. I've got 20-inch wheels. You can also have 26, but I prefer 20 for touring because then I only have to have one size tube and tire and I can switch them around. Over the years, I've made a lot of changes to this trike. I bought it with a hard shell seat, the carbon fiber, and I switched to this mesh seat, mostly because I wanted to add this side seat mount. This is made by a company here in Portland called TerraCycle, and it only works with the mesh seat. But it's really nice having this bag. You know, I can keep my camera and my phone and snacks, whatever it is I need, really handy. A lot of people ask me about safety, and this is my safety whistle, and you can see it's really handy, and I can use it to scare off dogs. Actually, mostly I use it to get animals out of the road so they don't get hit by cars. The other thing I did was I changed my gearing system. This is a roll-off speed hub. It's got 14 internal gears. I did this for a couple of reasons. With the derailleur system, the derailleur on a 20-inch wheel sits like right next to the tire. And you know, if you're on paved roads, it's perfectly fine. But I'd like to be doing more off-road. I've heard that there's great roads in Central and South America that are unpaved, and this will give me a lot more room, and I won't have to worry about breaking the derailleur. The other thing that's nice is the roll-off the gears never need to be adjusted, and I'm not especially mechanically inclined, so I think this is going to work out really well. Another thing that I have on this trike is a Dynamo Sun Hub, and with this the lights go on as soon as the tires turn, the front and rear lights. So I have lights on all the time, and I never have to worry about batteries. I get a lot of compliments on that front light. It's super bright. The new one works with drum brakes, and it also has USB charging, and so you can have cell phone, GPS, whatever you want to charge while you're riding. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, when I first bought the trike, I had a rear parking brake, but I found that it needed to be adjusted a lot, and so I just went back to just a piece of Velcro to hold the trike in place when it's when I'm stopped. And then another thing that I did last summer, I'd always been clipped in, but I also always had trouble with numb toes, and so last summer, just for the fun of it, I tried these straps, and I found out that it worked really well for me, and my toes don't get as numb. The other thing that's nice is I don't have to have special shoes now when I'm riding. Well, I think that's kind of it. You can see I've got flags and lights. These lights are really bright. I hardly ever use them. I'd use them like if I was going through a tunnel or it was getting later in the afternoon, but it's very rare that I ride anywhere close to dark. Yeah, so that's Myrtle the Turtle. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. And thanks for watching.